down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. I'm in the bag.
What's up, guys? It's Chad and Craig. We're here again, C2 Sports with a Z. And I just wanted to talk about a little subject that drives me and my friend crazy here. And it is referees. And I'm going to get specifically with football first, because that's our passion, sports-wise. I think that they are way too involved. The rules are way too tight. And it's just getting out of control. And I think it's been getting out of control for a while, honestly. But it really comes down to we need to find a way to keep the whistles out of their mouth and the flags in their pants and just let them play the game, because it's obnoxious. When there's a guy who I sit and watch sports with, like my brother Kyle, and we sit there and watch and we see our team score or have a huge play, we never once will jump up and say, holy shit, we scored. Holy shit, they scored. Holy shit, we're going to win this game. And it goes to, oh, dude, is there a flag? There's no flag. There's no flag. Oh, there's no flag. Sweet. It's just, that's obnoxious to me. I mean, how could you possibly watch a game like that? I have friends that literally don't watch football for that very reason. They only pay attention to like a sport like hockey. And he says that he even has a tough time with the penalties in that sport. And he goes, if you watch football, he goes, I've watched football with his other friends that watch football all the time, and they say, I could never get into this, because if I was rooting so hard for a team that was getting points taken off the board for like a phantom holding call or something that really could be called on every play, which is just part of the game, or a horrible pass interference call that ruins a defensive play, or a beautiful interception on a third down or something and gives the other team a first down. That happens way too much. So it doesn't just happen against the offense. I think, honestly, it happens a lot to the defense. Well, versus these guys are just too involved.
Well, I think before you say it, I'm going to jump in and say it. I think a lot of it has to do with what I think you have called, and I agree with you, the pussification of football.
Yeah,
and
huge.
It's gotten out of control where to now there's only like you can only hit them. I think at this point you can only hit them in the belly button for it to be legal, and then it's a good tackle. Other than that, anything above here and below the belt line, like it's gonna be a flag. So it is ridiculous, man. I agree with you. The fact that I know referees' names, why do I know referees' names? Like
you hear them talk too much.
Exactly. And some of them can bench press the stadium, as a lot of other people say. So, like, there's no reason why we should know the referees, who they are. And back in even when I played, man, it was the worst feeling in the world to look on the field and see if there was a flag. And it was like, oh yeah, we did something good, and you look back, oh, damn it. Like it's the worst thing. And then the thing that sucks now is you see like a long run or a long pass or a long play or something like that, and you see the flag on the little cute thing that they have under the score. It says flag, and you're just ready to punch yourself in the face because you know it's going to be on your team, and you're just hoping it's something stupid on the defense. It sucks, dude. It really does suck, and it's like it's something that man, there should be instant replays on refs. Like I'm gonna challenge you, and if you get it, if I get it, it comes out that you got this call wrong, you're done. Get the hell out of here and replace them. Like something like these guys should be fined. They should be held accountable, especially for some of the calls, man. I'll never forget the way back in the day. We're talking about way back when Tampa Bay was playing the Rams in the NFC Championship, and I think it was Riedel Anthony caught a ball and they called it an incomplete pass, and that's actually one of the reasons they got instant replay back. I think it was Riedel Anthony, I'm not sure, but it's the one they lost and the Rams won the year before the Bucs won the Super Bowl, the greatest show on turf. I think the Rams won it like 11-6. They beat the Bucs. Like they stopped.
Yeah, I remember it was an ugly score. Yeah,
they stopped them. They held them down, and oh man, it just pissed. Like when a ref is involved in the outcome of a game, there's something wrong with that, and that has to be fixed. I agree with you 100%. And even in other sports too, like even when a ref is involved not in the outcome, like I don't know if you saw what's his name, West today, just got in trouble. He got suspended for 3 games for calling Adrian Beltre the biggest crybaby in baseball. This is the dude that has like the turtleneck, like, or the what do you call it there, the blah, blah, blah.
The gobbler.
Yeah, man, him. He's the one that freaking. I think he ruined that one dude's perfect game for the White
no
Sox.
hitter. Yeah.
It was a perfect game, and he was out by like half a step, and he called him safe. And so, but yeah, any time a ref is allowed to be part of the outcome, it's never good. We should never know who the hell they are first. Shouldn't know their names. Shouldn't see their faces. Even like the other day in baseball, like CeCe, again Yankees, but CeCe was arguing with the ump, and you know whether he was right or wrong. CeCe was wrong, I'll admit it, but he's arguing with the ump. After the inning, he's barking at him, and he goes back in the dugout. The next inning, he says one thing in the dugout, and the ump comes right to the dugout steps and starts barking at him. Like, dude, why? What are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be able to take this. He said one thing. Just stop it. Like, stop getting involved. Like, don't stick your head into it. And I think MMA is a perfect example, too. Like, what was the recent fight that got stopped when it shouldn't have? I can't remember who it was. It just happened. But it was Yamasaki, and Dana went off on him giving the heart symbol before fights.
He called him Mario.
Yeah.
He called him the last name of that one guy who's not even in the sport anymore because he was so bad. The guy that Brock Lesnar wanted to kill. What was his name? I can't think of his name.
I don't know. Not the dude that got busted for all that weed.
No, that guy was actually a good ref, man.
Yeah, probably.
That guy was a really good ref.
Probably because he was high as giraffe pussy.
Was that Josh Rosenthal?
Yeah.
He was a good ref. I liked him.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was player or fighters wise was well respected ref.
Mm-hmm.
It was not Yamaguchi, but he has a long name, like something like that, you know, like
Kamikaze. But yeah, anyway, I agree with you on this. I think refs suck, and they should not be allowed to be part of any outcome. So I agree with you 100%. And until
I think football's the worst. And it might be because I watch the most out of all sports. I watch probably the most football between college and NFL. Mm-hmm. But there's just too many times where I say to myself, or I even say out loud to the people I'm with, where I'm just like, just stay out of the game, man. Mm-hmm. Like you know, just let them play. I don't know how many times I say that during a game because I'm not someone who claps at like a 1-yard run or any of those weirdos you see at the bar. Yeah. But I'm definitely a guy who yells at the TV and says stuff. Oh yeah. So I'm annoying in my own right. But I think that the one thing I say the most is just let them play, man. Come on. Yeah. You know, you could see, like I said, you could call holding on every play. Why do you decide on a 97-yard kickoff return to call it? Or then you see the blatant ones that aren't called, and it's like, why do you decide not to call it now? You just called it 17 times before, and now you're not going to call it. Right. It's just, I just feel like I know that they want the human error in the game. I know that they're trying to keep that on, but in my opinion, if we're in this day and age, we're in 2017, and we have the ability to be better and to be more equipped to make better calls and get rid of some of the human error, then do it. Like, why are we settling for human error? Yeah. It comes right into baseball replay. I hear that more than anything is like, why do we have replay in baseball? There should be human error. It's like, no. The whole point of it is to get better. Like, we didn't have cell phones 30 or 40 years ago. Now we all have cell phones. Right. You get mad that people are on their cell phones, but your ass would have been on your cell phone all day in the 1950s if you had one. Right. It's just like, now we have instant replay. We can make some of these errors right. So let's do it. You know, we could call pass interference on a replay just as easy as they do with a fumble, because let's be honest, they take a long ass time to decide something that we, the viewers, see pretty goddamn quick. We don't need 15 replays in a row to see that the dude fumbled. Right. But for some reason, the guys on the sidelines who are in the replay booth need that time for some reason. So you can't tell me that you can't go in and see a replay of a guy tugging on a jersey and you call or not tugging on a jersey, and you called pass interference and gave this guy it was 3rd and 25, and you gave this guy a first down 60 yards down the field because of some bullshit phantom holding call that didn't really happen. And it's just like stuff like that. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, man, how come every 3rd down is converted on a penalty?
Yep.
How come every touchdown or long touchdown is called back? And it's just, come on, guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is before football even starts this year. Keep that in mind.
Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. We started at the perfect time. I mean, holy shit, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Plus your team's in the spotlight, so
oh yeah,
we're going to get a lot of shit talking.
Oh yeah.
It'll be good, though.
All right. That's it for this episode.
Thanks for listening to the rant.